Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Monday, April 17, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. Islanders vs Carolina Hurricanes. This is going to be a great game between two teams eager to start the series off with a win. The Islanders look to pull off the upset, but the Hurricanes, who have been the better team all year and won the season series 3-1, look to control this game on both ends of the ice. The Hurricanes, who average 3.20 goals per game, should constantly find the back of the net with Sebastian Aho, Martin Necas, and the rest of the forward unit controlling the puck in the offensive zone and creating open shots with quick cross-ice passes and effective puck movement. The Hurricanes, who allow only 2.56 goals per game, should limit the Islanders' offense with Brent Burns, Jacob Slavin, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Frederik Andersen to make plenty of easy saves. The Hurricanes should win Game 1 with a strong performance on their home ice. Take the Hurricanes' money line as home favorites. When these teams met in the beginning of this month in Carolina, the total went under in the 2-1 Canes win, and I am leaning towards that pick again. The Hurricanes rank second in the league, giving up an average of 2.55 goals per game, and the Islanders are also led by their defense, which is giving up 2.65 goals per game. Both teams got solid goalie play this season, and both netminders will have solid starts in Game 1. The lamp will not be lit often in this game, which will be like the one a couple of weeks back. Look for a tough defensive battle in this one, which is why the under is the pick even with a low total of 5.5 goals. Take the under 5.5 goals. Florida Panthers vs Boston Bruins. The Panthers are looking to pull off the upset in Game 1, but the Bruins have been the best team all season and look to control this game from the first period. The Bruins, who average 3.67 goals per game, should pile on the goals against the Panthers, who allow 3.32 goals per game, with David Pastrnak, Brad Marchand, and the rest of the forward unit establishing a strong offensive zone presence and creating open shots with quick centering passes and great puck movement. The Bruins, who allow 2.12 goals per game, should limit the Panthers' offense with Hampus Lindholm, Charlie McAvoy, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Linus Ullmark to make plenty of big saves. The Bruins should win Game 1 and cover the spread in a dominant win on their home ice. Our team pick is Bruins minus 1.5 goals. In all four matchups between the Bruins and Panthers this season, the total went over 6 in all four meetings. Boston lit the lamp at home versus Florida, scoring 5 goals in their first home game versus the Panthers and 7 goals in their second home game versus Florida during the regular season. Both teams were very good on offense this season. The Bruins ranked second in goals per game and 9th in shots per game. David Pastrnak led the team with 113 points and 61 goals. Pastrnak was tied for third in points and second in goals in the league. The Panthers ranked 6th in goals per game and 1st in shots per game. Matthew Tkachuk led the team with 109 points. Tkachuk was tied for 5th in points and tied for 4th in assists among all players in the league. The total went over in all four meetings this season, and that trend will roll into the postseason. The over will hit in this contest. Take the over, 6 goals. Los Angeles Kings vs Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers finished the regular season in second place in the Pacific with a 50-23-9 record, just 2 points back from the Golden Knights for first place in the Western Conference. Edmonton has the best record in the NHL in the second half of the season, and they were the hottest team in the league going into the playoffs, on a 9-game win streak and 15-game point streak, with a 14-0-1 record in that span. They are led by two of the best defensive players in the NHL, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. McDavid is a generational player and the best in the NHL, leading the league by an insane margin with 153 points, 64 goals, and 89 assists this season. The Oilers lead the NHL in scoring this season, averaging 3.96 goals per game on an average of 33.6 shots per game. They've generated the second most expected goals, 3.76 per game in the NHL, and the fifth most high-danger shots. They have the best power play in the league by a significant margin, scoring on 32.4% of their opportunities. The depth behind McDavid and Draisaitl has been very good this season. Edmonton is the only team in the league with 2 50-plus goal scorers and 4 35-plus goal scorers, and 11 of their 12 forwards have at least 10 goals on the season. Janmark has 8 and plays on the penalty kill. I think the Oilers are the superior team in this series, and I actually see them being the team to win the Western Conference after they came up short on that last season. Of course, with that, I expect them to beat the Kings in the series. Expecting Edmonton to win the series, I'll take the Oilers to win Game 1 at home for a unit, with a majority of teams that win Game 1 going on to win the series. I give the Oilers an edge offensively in this game. They're the best team in the NHL offensively, scoring the most goals in the league, having generated the second most expected goals in the NHL and the fifth most high-danger shots. Edmonton was the hottest team going into the playoffs in the league, and I expect that to continue. Take the Oilers to win Game 1 at home. Our team pick is Oilers money line. The Los Angeles Kings visit the Edmonton Oilers on Monday for Game 1 of their Pacific Division first-round best-of-7 series. Los Angeles finished the regular season third in the Pacific Division at 47-25-10 with 104 points, 5 points behind second-place Edmonton. Los Angeles won each of its final 2 games of the regular season leading into the playoffs. Adrian Kemp is the leading goal scorer for Los Angeles with 41, while Kevin Fiala is the leader in assists with 49, and Ans Kopitar is the leader in points with 74. In goal, Phoenix Copley is 24-6-3 with a goals against average of 2.64, save percentage of .903 and 1 shutout. Los Angeles scores an average of 3.34 goals per game and allows an average of 3.10 goals per game. The Law power play scores 25.3% of the time, and its penalty kill unit is successful 75.8% of the time. Edmonton finished the regular season 50-23-9 with 109 points and was second in the Pacific Division, just 2 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights. Edmonton defeated the San Jose Sharks 5-2 in the final game of the regular season and won each of its final 9 games and 14 of its last 15. Edmonton was one of the hottest teams over the final month of the regular season. Connor McDavid is the leading goal scorer for Edmonton with 64, the leader in assists with 89, and the points leader with 153. In goal, Stuart Skinner is 29-14-5 with a goals against average of 2.75, save percentage of .914 and 1 shutout. Edmonton scores an average of 3.96 goals per game and allows an average of 3.12 goals per game. Edmonton's power play scores 32.4% of the time, and its penalty kill unit is successful, 77.9% of the time. Both of these teams have trended over this season, with great offense and inconsistent defense. The over in Oilers games in the regular season went 49-26-7, and in Kings games went 41-36-5. I expect those trends to continue tonight in Game 1. Edmonton's the best team in the NHL offensively, scoring the most goals in the league, having generated the second most expected goals in the NHL and the fifth most high-danger shots. The Kings have scored the 10th most goals in the NHL, having generated the 14th most expected goals in the league. Both defenses and their goaltenders have been pretty inconsistent this season, both allowing more than 3.1 goals on average per game. Take the over in Game 1.